Okay, so it's September 1st, 2020. Trying to diagnose the hesitation and problems that all of a sudden started 3 days ago, or 4 days ago now, using a known good tune file and even several other tune files. Unfortunately, this sniper is very unhappy. It's probably something I did. I'm trying to diagnose it, but I'm at the point where it's a little bit too much for me to figure out looking at data logs and all that, so I'm making a quick video. I was told to test the prime shot, make sure all 4 barrels are spraying evenly during the prime shot as well as when it fires up, so I'm going to do that. But it's got a brand new set of spark plugs as of yesterday, all gapped properly. I checked every single wire for cracks or breaks, and they're all brand new as of February. I even ohm tested them, and they're all pretty close in spec. Longer ones versus shorter ones have a proper ohm range. I put on the fuel pressure gauge for a diagnosis help, just to make sure I'm getting proper fuel pressure, but my problems pretty much are, it's got a little bit more of a choppy idle. It seems to be running on all 8 cylinders, but it's lacking responsiveness all of a sudden. It seems to be loading up, running lean, running rich, combination of both. So I'm wondering about the oxygen sensor. I'm wondering about some of the other things I read on the boards. But I pulled the oxygen sensor just to look and make sure it was still intact, and that looked good. All my plug wires are away from headers. Checked all my wiring connections as best as I could. Some are hidden behind the motor. But here we go. Let's see if we can get a video of the prime shot. I've also sprayed for vacuum leaks, using starting fluid in and around the intake. Hopefully this camera doesn't fall. It probably will, but we'll do the prime shot and then we'll fire up the motor and see what it does. I'm also using a known good tune, the same tune that I drove home from the 2-day, actually 3-day autocross event out at UMI Motorsports Park. This is my drive home tune, and that ran for 4 hours plus with no issues. So I'm also going to run a data log. Alright, I got the log started. Fuel pressure seems to be at 50, 58, 56. I'm going to fire it up. and it smells so much that it's burning my eyes. Alright, I'm just going to go for a loop around the block. I gotta fix the throttle position sensor. It doesn't like to be at 0%. I know it's not fully warm yet, but you can see the RPMs bouncing. That's not normal. It sounds awful. Almost stalled out a couple times. It's okay there. Idle is super choppy. It's never been this choppy of an idle. If I really stab the throttle, it'll probably stall or backfire. Right there. Okay, I'm going to press the throttle. Okay, I'm not much of a tuner, but on a known good tune like that, that tells me something mechanically has changed. Obviously, I know I don't have the air filter and air cleaner on, but the fuel pressure I saw was close to 70, and that is not what the Sniper regulators for or designed to be at. I think it's 58.5, 60 at the most. So I'm wondering if this thing is, if the regulator is shot and therefore it's dumping too much fuel. The only thing that stops me from thinking that is that when I watch the display, when I stab the throttle, it goes way lean, like 20s, 30s to 1 in the AFR. That's indicative of it running lean and not dumping too much fuel. So I don't understand why it would be doing the opposite. I would think if I press the throttle, the fuel numbers would be single digits maybe. I could be wrong. Alright, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to ask some experts here. But with the fuel pressure regulator, I know I don't have one, of course. If it is that, it's not a hard fix, but waiting on the parts from Holley and everything else is not. That's a couple days, and I was planning on maybe racing this weekend or even Friday.